notice it when I pulled through. Oh my, oh look at that. Yeah, look at that Halcon van. Wow. Look at the damage. It looks like a tornado did hit, doesn't it?
It must. That's not a straight line.
This building used to be
Look at that.
a brand new, really long garage where they housed several of their oversized trucks and equipment. And it's like brand new. It hasn't been up very long. Look, when I went through Mishawaka, it's just totally trashed. There's trees down in the streets and on top of cars and power lines down. Wow. Look at the damage.
Yeah, you stuck your Yeah.
I'm at a sighting called Miller Sighting. It's near what's considered like Burns Harbor, Portage. We're still in Indiana, not quite to Chicago and Illinois, but you're close. And it's a little town. I don't know if that's the name of the town, if it's Miller or what, but it just looks like it should be an art community or something because of some of the buildings and everything. But I just dropped the crew off. They just unloaded. So I thought I'd kind of show you how close I get to some of these trains and some of the roads I get to drive down. Now I gotta get turned around so I can get back out of here. But there was a lot of damage from the storm last night. A lot of places had their electric out. The guys wanted to stop at a McDonald's, so we stopped back at Chesterton. And they had just gotten their electric turned on there at the McDonald's we stopped at, and the place was packed, so we left. And we came to one over here at Portage at the 249 exit, and off of 94. It's off of 94. I take 94. And it was open and they had electric, but apparently everybody at their homes didn't. So everybody was going to McDonald's, and there's also a Starbucks there, and those places were packed. McDonald's was packed because, you know, nobody could cook or do anything at home, so they had to go out to get breakfast and get coffee this morning so they could go to work, you know. It's just unbelievable how much damage that storm did in the entire area. I mean, way beyond Mishawaka and South Bend. I live in Mishawaka and my boss lives in South Bend, and we're maybe about a mile apart, maybe a little bit more than that, but not far. And the South Bend and Mishawaka kind of like one big city. But they had sirens going off last night. We had sirens going off last night for, you know, watching out for tornadoes. It was just unbelievable. And then when I was driving through Mishawaka this morning, there were tree downs, and I'm sure they were on power lines as well as cars and stuff like that. But I'll show you some of these fun places. The guys are getting the train going. Well, maybe I'd hang out for them. Make sure they get this train going. Because I have been... Oh, it's running. It's running. You're good. I have actually had to sit and wait with the guys for a couple hours because they couldn't get their train started. Sure, it's running down here too. one back there's running, but I don't hear this one. Yeah, I feel better if I stayed. Yeah, I'll stay and wait a while. I don't want to leave them high and dry. Because if they can't get their train going, then they may have to go back to the yard. But anyway, there was a lot of damage going through Mishawaka, going into Elkhart. I didn't notice any. I kind of take a back way in, and I miss a lot of traffic and lights and crap, and it's just shorter and easier to go. But I didn't notice any when I got into a little town called Osceola, which is at the west end of the yard, and I go in at the west end of the yard. But I didn't. It was pitch black too, so I couldn't really see a lot beyond my headlights. And I went into the yard and drove around the yard, and I heard they had several vans get their windows blown out for the company that we help. You need me to hang out for a while, make sure you're okay? Okay. Yep, he says they're good, so I'm out of here. So anyway, now you get to see, if you hear a scraping noise, that's the rocks hitting the bottom of the van. Because they pile these stupid rocks up, and then their big trucks can get through here. Their big high trucks can get through here, but our little soccer mom vans just don't do that well. We always scrape the rocks. But this one, they always have like a pile of rocks in a couple spots, and it's so frustrating in this place. But anyway, it's this is one of the little lanes I drive down. This one's a better road than some and worse than others. Some little lanes are pretty good, and some of them are pretty bad. You gotta learn how to drive in all kinds of gravel and sand and mud and rocks, and you just have to take your time and be careful and know what you're doing, because you can get yourself in a lot of trouble, which I have at this siding at the other end. There's an east end and a west end on this siding, and I've actually gotten stuck a couple times at the west end. But and it's a pain in the butt to get a tow truck to come and get you down the railroad track somewhere. But yep, this is it's kind of a nice back here too, because it's all woody and woods, and I like this kind of a setting. I like being in the woods. I always enjoyed being in the woods. But they're working on this road out here, and so I gotta try to get around all this crap down here where they're working. That guy's gonna be on YouTube whether he knows it or not. People think I'm nuts sometimes. You wouldn't believe the looks I get in my United cab coming down alongside tracks. I get some of the funniest looks when people see driving a cab along the railroad tracks in the middle of nowhere, and somebody goes by and they'll stop their cars and look at you like, what the hell are you doing? It's so funny. But this is the little area. I just think it looks like it should be an artist colony or something. It's got some really neat old buildings and very artistic thing going on. I don't know if it was ever that or not. There's a couple of places here that says something about art, but I just think it should be a big art thing. All kinds of artists should come here and fix up these old buildings, and I think it would be a big hot spot for artistic people. It's just a really neat little town. So I just think it's great. Well, it does have quite a few more sites. Maybe it was at one time an art thing. An art colony, I guess that's what they call it. Art colony. So anyway, I'll explain more about the damages I saw on my way into the yard this morning. But anyway, I couldn't see anything because it was pitch black. And I pulled up alongside the building where I'm supposed to wait for my crew, and a lot of the yard stuff was behind me. There's a building they call the dorm, and there's parking lots on each side, and the building I picked up at this morning, it was the CP building, and in the kind of in back behind all that, they had built a brand new huge garage, it was for housing their big oversized trucks and equipment. So the garage was oversized, and I don't remember how many bays it had, if it had 6 bays or however many it had, but it had quite a few bays in it. It was a really long building, brand spanking new. It hadn't been up long. Well, needless to say, it's now a clump of a pile, and there's nothing left of it other than the debris. And I've got a little video, and I'll add it onto this, and then several cars, people's cars that were parked along the back of the parking lot near that stuff, the windows were gone in them. And a couple of the cars weren't too bad, but there was a couple where one was a Halcon van where the windows were completely gone, and another car that the windows were completely gone. It was unbelievable the amount of damage that happened, and thank God, as far as I know, nobody was hurt, and it was just a lot of damage to property, as far as I know. So I'm praying we're okay there, but hopefully things will be all right and get better.